There is a word in today's gospel that tends to get absorbed into the warmth of the passage without us really stopping to feel the weight of it. Jesus has been speaking to his disciples through these final hours before everything changes. And he reaches for a word that changes the entire shape of the relationship. Not servant, disciple, or follower. He says, friend. And then he tells us exactly what that word costs him. Saint Michael the Archangel stands with us today, and his story and today's gospel share something that runs deeper than it first appears. In our Friday Gospel reflection from John chapter 15, we hear, "This is my commandment. Love one another as I have loved you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends, if you do what I command you. I no longer call you slaves, because a slave does not know what his master is doing. I have called you friends, because I have told you everything I have heard from my Father. It was not you who chose me, but I who chose you, and appointed you to go and bear fruit that will remain, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give you. This I command you. Love one another." Let's walk into this room for a moment. These men around him have been following him for 3 years. They have seen things no one else has seen. They have also misunderstood him, argued in front of him about who among them is greatest, fallen asleep on him, and they're about to scatter when it matters most. He knows all of this. He is not speaking to the version of them they wish they were. He is speaking to the ones actually sitting there, in the actual room, with all of their limitations in plain sight. And he calls them friends. I just love that. Most of us have a reasonably clear sense of what we are worth on our best days, and a painfully clear sense of what we are worth on our worst ones. We carry that accounting around with us. We apply it to everything, to whether we deserve to be loved, whether our prayers are worth anything, whether God is paying attention to what is happening in our lives, or whether we have somehow moved outside the range of his care. And into all of that, he says, I called you. The comfort we should find in that. We spend so much energy managing our standing, trying to be good enough, faithful enough, consistent enough to warrant the attention of God. And he sits across the table and says, the choosing was already done. Before you got here, before the last hard year, before whatever it is you are carrying into this Friday morning, he chose you, and he appointed you. And the fruit he intends for your life does not depend on your having already gotten everything right. But then he says something that requires us not to move past it too quickly. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life. He is not speaking in the abstract. He is hours away from doing exactly that. And he is saying it as the definition of what a friend means. When Jesus calls us his friends, he is telling us what the word is made of for him. It is made of the cross. The friendship is not the warm feeling. The friendship is the act. And we are inside it, whether we have been paying attention to that or not. We are also sent. That is easy to hear as pressure, but I don't think he means it as pressure. He says bear fruit that will remain, fruit that lasts, the kind that grows slowly and holds. He is talking about the life we actually live, the faithfulness in the small things, the choosing to love when it costs something, the willingness to stay present to someone who needs us when it would be easier to look away. That is the fruit, and He is the one tending it. We are not managing this harvest alone. Love one another as I have loved you. He says it twice in 6 verses, which is how we know he means it as the center of everything. Not love one another as you feel moved to, or as is convenient, or as the other person deserves. As I have loved you. That is the standard, and it is a high one. But it is not a standard we are meant to achieve through effort. It is one we are meant to receive and then pass on. The love comes from Him first. It always does. Hello friends, it's Aaron. Welcome to the Sacred Heart family, where we pray together, walk with the saints, and reflect on the gospel every day. If this reflection brings you peace, please like and subscribe. Today, as the Church celebrates the feast of the Apparition of St. Michael the Archangel, we remember the moment when the Archangel made himself known on a rocky mountain in southern Italy, and what that appearance has meant for the Church ever since. The feast itself takes its name from what happened at Monte Gargano, on the Adriatic coast of Italy, sometime in the late 5th century. A bishop named Lorenzo Majorano received a vision. St. Michael himself appeared and requested that a church be built in his honor on the mountainside. It was an unusual kind of instruction, a command from a being of another order entirely, delivered not in a dream, but in something more immediate and arresting. The bishop went to investigate the cave on the mountain that Michael had indicated, and found it had already become, in some sense, a sanctuary, consecrated. It seemed not by human hands. He built the church. It became one of the great pilgrimage sites of the medieval world. Emperors walked to it barefoot in penance. Pilgrims came from across Europe. The sanctuary is still open. But the history of the feast is really a lens into who Michael is and what he has always been doing. His name in Hebrew is a question. Who is like God? That was his battle cry when Lucifer fell. Not a boast, not a declaration of his own greatness, but a question aimed at the one who had claimed equality with God. Michael's whole identity is defined by that question. He stood against pride by offering something that looked, from the outside, like its opposite. He did not win by being stronger. He won by being genuinely small before the one who is great. He is the protector of the church. He has been that from the beginning, standing for the people of God in the book of Daniel, contending with the enemy, even over the body of Moses, stationed as the defender of those who belong to God when the full weight of the enemy presses against them. We are not told much about how that protection actually works, because we do not have eyes for that kind of seeing. But the church has always believed and has prayed to him accordingly. There is something that can happen when we hear about angels a pleasant sort of abstraction sets in, and they become creatures of imagination rather than reality. Michael is worth resisting that with. He is not a symbol. He is a person, an intellectual of an order we cannot fully comprehend, who has been fighting for our freedom since before we existed, and who is fighting still. The name he carries is not a title. It is a posture. Who is like God? No one. And Michael has staked his entire existence on that answer. When the enemy has his strategies and we have our fatigue, Michael stands. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. I invite you to share your intentions in the comments of the video so that the Sacred Heart family may walk with you in faith and charity. Please join me in our Catholic morning prayers for the Easter season. Click the link in the pinned comment now, and I'll see you there. Come visit me at our new home, sacredheartpreciousblood.com. The homepage is designed as our prayer hub, reflections, prayers, and rosaries, all in one easy-to-use place. God bless.